ना चाय वाले कहे कि यहाँ मीटिंग उनके कब की
6 बजे की।
तो बाद में 7 की
इंडिया इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार रूम
Atul Rai, 1982 batch, and currently chairman SSS. One of the trustee of
Okay.
Lovely.
And my Mathur Singh from 2002 batch. I'm currently working with
The chairman SSP SWIFT, 1992 batch. I welcome you all in the Laksh at Delhi for lifelong learning, success and career growth. From here, I would ask Shreyas, who is moderator for this panel, to take over and continue, start the event.
Can we quickly have a one-line introduction of your name, batch, and what you do? Atul will circulate the mic.
In company for past 7.5 years.
Hello everyone, I'm Amit Kumar, 2000 batch. I work for Accenture Consulting.
I am Manoj Kumar from Tilak House. I'm working with Cognizant.
Hi everyone, myself Sawan Kumar, 2002 batch. I'm working as assistant in Ministry of Defence.
Hello everyone, this is Satish here. Currently I am working as consultant in the IBM.
Hello everyone, I'm Prashant Vimal. Currently I'm working with American Express as looking after global service delivery for all the merchants.
Now I am doing BTech from LPU.
Hello everyone, myself Sumit Kumar and I am doing graduation from Delhi University and I passed out in 2011. I am from Tilak House in 2002 batch and I am currently working with SC.
Well, this is Shukanto and I am from Tilak House. I am currently working with IBM. I am from the same 2002 batch.
Hi everyone, myself Ashwarya. I am working with Canon India right now. I am from 2002 batch.
Good evening everybody. My name is Manoj Kumar. I am working with SERCO, Global Service.
My name is Pankaj Kumar, 2002 batch. I am working as an assistant in Indian Council of Agriculture Research.
Hello, myself Rishi Ranjan, pursuing Chartered Accountancy, currently working with OPS, looking accounts and finance.
Myself Sudeep Kumar, 2004 batch, manager Canada batch.
Hello everyone, I am Daipan Roy, 2005 pass out and I am currently working in TCS.
Hello everyone, my name is Vibhav from 1997 batch, currently working with Google, Google India.
Hello, I am Sanjeev, working as translator in Parliament of India.
Sanjay Kumar Bhagat, I'm working with the diplomatic mission.
Thank you. Founder of a website called aptios.com, and I have a bachelor degree from IIT Roorkee, master's degree from Texas A&M University, College Station, and in 2003 I was a Rotary Ambassadorial Scholar, where only 20 people in the world are selected. And before I introduce our August panel, I would like to stress that some of the people sitting on that side, they are equally qualified. We have selected the panel on the basis of diversity and variety. So everybody is same here, and we all have to learn something from you as well. So from that side, I'll introduce Sumit Kumar. He is a 2000 batch of Sainik School Purulia. He is currently working as Program Manager Corporate Strategy with Infrastructure Division of Punj Lloyd Limited, where he is responsible for monitoring the enhancing project performance, and he is an IIM Ahmedabad alumnus, and he holds a degree in Mechanical Engineering. Next one is Commander Retired Mohit Tayal. We are very thankful to him for coming here, especially because he is not a Sainik School Purulia alumnus. His background is electrical engineer at Navy, MBA Finance from Jamnalal Bajaj, and he is also the Chief Financial Officer of iSeed, our sponsor, about which we'll talk in a while. And thank you iSeed for sponsoring the event. Next is Mr. Sanjeev Shivesh, IRAS, which is Indian Railway Account Service. That's his past service. His All India rank in civil services was 74 in 1995. And he's an alumnus of IIT Delhi, civil engineering, and he holds an MBA from Cranfield School of Business. He's an entrepreneur with over 20 years of experience in leadership, business development, finance, public-private partnerships, travel, tourism, and transportation, whole gamut. He has previously worked in senior management positions of Indian Railways, Fire Capital Fund, and Booz and Company London. And he's also a visiting professor of innovation and entrepreneurship at MDI Gurgaon and at Faculty of Management Studies at Delhi University. Thank you both of you especially for coming here. Rajiv Ranjan Kumar, Sainik School Purulia 2000 batch. He's a 2009 batch IDAS, Indian Defence Account Service. His All India rank in civil services was 653. He's currently posted as Assistant Controller of Defence Accounts at New Delhi, and he holds a bachelor degree in history from Bihar University, Muzaffarpur. Jayant Prakash, my classmate, 1993 batch. He's a chartered accountant, and he's a ICWA. He has an experience of over 10 years in corporate finance activities. Jayant is working with Dua Consulting and is engaged in advising MNCs and Indian corporates on mergers and acquisitions, joint venture formations, private equity, debt raising, financial modeling, and business restructuring. Thank you, Jayant, for coming. Next is our judicial panel is time sharing. First we have Nayan Kumar, and after that we'll have Advocate Sanjay Sandilya, and then I'll introduce him. Nayan Kumar is 2002 batch Sainik School, and he holds a LLB degree from IIMT Law College at Chaudhry Charan Singh University, and he holds a LLM degree from BHU. He is currently an assistant professor of law at Indian Law Institute, New Delhi, and he is a judicial magistrate designate at Bihar Judicial Service. So thank you, Nayan, for joining us. So before we proceed, as I said that this event
at the onset, on behalf of IC, let me thank organizer of this event and all of you for giving us opportunity to come here and interact with you. And it's, I feel very fortunate and privileged to interact with such a young audience who are so energetic and so forthcoming. Next, I want to tell you something about iSeed. iSeed is a recently launched company which will be taking care of education. And if you ask us, this is something which we have felt, that there is a gap in what education is provided in India and what is required. And we have targeted a niche in this field, and that niche is for entrepreneurial development. So iSeed stands for Indian School of Entrepreneurial Enterprise Development, and iSeed Education Private Limited is a company. We will be in near future, that is in 2014, launching this. I mean, we have already launched this. We are setting up an institute in Gurgaon. Presently, we are on a lookout. We will be setting it up. And our first batch, which will be starting in April onward, which will be for 1 year, mini MBA program, which will be for developing entrepreneurs. This will cover the whole gamut, what is required for you to understand how to set up your own business, how to become your own boss. Instead of being an employment seeker, become an employment generator.
So initially I ask everybody some generic question which is true for any profession so that everybody, irrespective of their current or planned field, can benefit. So I'll start with Sumit. So Sumit, what are your views on the trades at job place of those who eventually rise in any field or any profession?
Now generally, I'll just categorize into two classes. One is those who are in the managerial position and those who are in the basically undergraduate coming from engineering engineering colleges in the non-managerial positions. So basically, they rise to managerial position and then they take the strategy position. Now traits which Srestha asked me, basically these are the guys who do those things. They are basically they go after anything which they full heart and soul, and they don't stop unless the solution, they get the solution, or they kind of engagement is there, whether they should, the problem is there or not. So kind of coming to a trait, it's like that if you go after something, go with full heart and soul. Just don't full passionate, don't just go with the aim of just cracking the problem. Not like that, okay, boss asked me to do it and so I am doing it, okay, this is my analysis and that's all. Their job doesn't stop at analysis part. Their job stops at when the problem has been solved.
First of all, I been told that you are all from सैनिक स्कूल, and सैनिक स्कूल से तो खैर फौज का काफ़ी लगाव है और काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉन्डिंग है, क्योंकि काफ़ी सैनिक स्कूल से फौज ही ज्वाइन करते हैं. खैर CDS is one of the good option. इसमें from my personal point of view बहुत अच्छा रहेगा, क्योंकि वहाँ पे straight away after a small training program आप ऑफिसर बन जाते हैं. I joined Navy after 12, तो 3 साल तक कैडेट टाइम was a very long time. जब आपको रोज सुबह दौड़ना भी है और इंजीनियरिंग भी करनी है और शाम को भी दौड़ना होता था. CDS will be a very good option, and to become a good officer you have to be a good honest human being. आप जो काम करें पैशन से करें, एंजॉय करें, और हर काम फौज का एक सबसे बड़ा एडवांटेज ये रहता है, आपको हर काम करने का मौका रहता है जो आप बाहर नॉर्मल लाइफ में कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में नहीं कर पाएंगे. कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में आपको इतना टाइम पर्सनल डेवलपमेंट के लिए नहीं मिलता जितना आपको फौज में. और एनी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस रिगार्डिंग दैट इफ यू हैव, आई विल बी ग्लैड टू टेक.
My question for Mr. Sanjeev Shivesh is that how should people plan to define their success? Should it be money, promotion, quality of life, balance of life? So what are your views on that?
Yeah, I think it is, guys, it is very, very, very tricky to define success.
That's why you got that question.
Yeah. Let me try and figure this out. I think success to me essentially means doing what you really want to do. Right. I am a big believer of that all of us are very, very special. हर व्यक्ति जो यहाँ बैठा है सब में एक ऐसी खासियत है, और जब तक मैं उस खासियत को अचीव नहीं कर सकता, मुझे लगता है कि लाइफ इज अनफुलफिल्ड. राइट. सो इट इज नॉट मनी, राइट? मनी इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. लेट मी टेल यू, मनी इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. एवरीवन एस्पायर्स फॉर इट. बट जो हमें जो खासियत है, राइट, एंड वो खासियत तब बन कर आती है जब when as a child we keep on we learn from variety of sources, right? At home, at school, by neighbors, the people who I live with, work with, interact, etc., etc. And all these things keep on making us special, right? You are special, I'm special, everyone is special in its own unique way. लेकिन तब तक उस स्पेशलिटी को हीरा हम हर कोई हीरा है यहाँ पे, लेकिन अगर उस हीरे को जब तक हम अपनी मेहनत से तराश करके बाहर नहीं निकालेंगे तब तक उसमें वो चमक that's और सच्चाई जीवन की ये है कि प्रयास करके मुझे उस चमक को देखना। It's all within us and we have to take it out. That's my firm belief, and that's how I will follow living my life.
My next question for Rajiv, who is in government service and he's in a long-term career path. So my question for him is that what's your advice on superior management and subordinate relationship management?
Good evening, everyone. As the question put up to me is the relation between the subordinate and the superior. In any organization, to become a functional or a good functional unit, it is very much necessary that the relation between the superior and the subordinate are in a way that propose a organization, give a positive energy to the organization for enhancement of and the growth of the organization. Sometimes we feel that our superiors or subordinates are lacking in somewhere. Let me tell you, it's a both way. In government organization particularly, it is not always that you get the people of your choice. It's the capacity of a superior to derive the maximum work from a subordinate that defines a relationship. It is not always that you take upon your subordinates and always utter a harsh language to derive the maximum output. Sometimes there are so many ways, and it depends upon person to person how he deals with the situation. To tell you, I may not have worked for so many years in the government services. I have recently joined, and this is my first posting in Delhi. In fact, my first posting after my probation. And the offices which I have got is one of the toughest office. Like everybody says, because everywhere I go, the only thing I listen is कि यार तुम्हारा office तो ठीक नहीं है. It doesn't have a good reputation. Recently, a very senior officer, Principal CDA, I was with him I was an outside member to the departmental promotion committee. So I was with him. He said कि कैसा चल रहा है तुम्हें office तो first time में अच्छा नहीं मिला है. I said, sir, I have been working for the 1.5 years, and the going has been smooth. Though at certain point I have found it difficult, challenging to tackle the situation, but the learning has been too much for me, and I am really glad to have got such kind of office that provides challenges to excel in fields. To tell you, in Delhi, the working in Delhi is very tricky because you have a lot of pressure. You get phone calls from so many quarters. You have to tackle so many situations. Right now, I'm with the Western Command, PCD Western Command. PCD Western Command has almost 50 offices in Delhi, and I'm the nodal officer for all the offices. I'm looking after their administration. I'm carrying out the whatever things, logistics, software, hardware, everything. Besides that, I'm also the CPIO of Delhi area. And to tell you, I'm on daily average basis, I'm getting 5 to 6 RTI daily from all the offices. But works provides you the challenges to excel. It is the way how you deal with your subordinate to take the maximum output to work. So, what I would say is the relationship between subordinate and superior somewhere depend upon your casual approach, informal relations, or sometimes the formal relations. It depends how you tackle the situation. In a situation you are in, how you come out, that is the define the best relationship between the subordinate and superior.
Thank you very much for the elaborate answer. My next question for Jayant Prakash is in a broad sense that what's his views on client relationship management? And here the word client is defined in a broader way, where even if you are in a government job, there are people or public or other government departments who could be your clients. So over to Jayant Prakash. Both corporate and
yes, this is a very relevant question. I work in a consulting firm. So within that firm, there are clients whom we deal with on a day in or day out basis. And within firm, there are various teams who become client for various projects. Or in some manner, even within your teams, there is a certain client relationship which you have to think about while planning any course of action. So, what from my experience in the last 8 years with this consulting firm, ultimately you have to see and what is in client's interest, and you have to give best possible advice, not necessarily a shortcut which clients thinks that will work for you. You should be firm wherever possible in letting him know what is good for him and what is bad for him. And we have a mentality in India that at a lot of time you want to take a shortcut and bypass something. You have to give your advice in writing. So one, you don't give a wrong advice. And there are times when there are challenges. You need a closure of issues. And you have to give something in writing. You have to think through before writing anything. It is very easy to write something in rush. This is before writing something, you should have a thorough reading of what you are writing, because once it is delivered, you can't call it back. So you have to think through it. And all the times, I had very good seniors when I worked with a manufacturing company or an IT company, and even with this firm, from everyone I learned that you have to be thorough in your approach, and they appreciate that you are willing to work hard, and they take care of your concerns, and it is always then a mutual respect develops, and there is no shortcut to it. And in practical matters, if you are seeing your client's interest, it does not mean that you are weak in some sense. You consider yourself at par with your client on those occasions where you think that someone is taking advantage of this relationship. So you have to maintain this balance. I think there is a lot of scope, and everyone is client. When you deliver something, other side is your client, be it same office or other office. I think that's it.
Thank you. My question for Nayan Kumar is, what are the traits to become a good lawyer?
This answer could have been given by advocate, a senior advocate.
Sure. So, so let me pose you another question.
No, they're not.
What are the traits to become a good lawyer?
I can answer that also.
Sure. Yeah, we'll hear both of your views.
Presently, IPR is one of the very demanding area. It's intellectual property rights. Everyone, the one who writes a book, everyone who goes for some company or other things, he needs a trademark, he needs something else. So IPR has nowadays excelled in such a way that the one who clears his LLB having IPR as a subject is sure to get very good job opportunity. The next thing is corporate commercial law. If someone goes for corporate commercial law, then also he has a very sound position. Other things, family matters, the one who, see, all the laws that anyone studies will fetch him the way he wants it into be. If somebody wishes to practice in family law and if he continues and studies family law with full dedication, then he will practice in family court, either in civil courts, and then he can excel in that field also. So all the fields in law are very encouraging if you take it seriously. All the fields you can practice. In lower court, high court also you can practice. In session court also, if you are very good at criminal law, if you read criminal law very carefully when you are doing your LLB, or civil laws also. Civil laws continues for years. If anyone is litigating under civil law, the cases continues for more than 5-10 years. So it will also be a good option. But the thing is that you have to be very precise when you are studying a particular law. If you devote your time completely for a particular law, and if you focus that you will be practicing in particular field, then you can continue it in a very good manner in any of the courts. Thank you.
My next question is for Sumit Kumar, who is from IIM Ahmedabad. That lot of youngsters plan about doing an MBA, and they think, okay, how long should I wait, and is MBA worth it? So that's the question for him. That what's the work experience people should aspire for, or is it for everyone? Should everyone try to go to MBA?
Almost all B school interviews start with why do you want to go for MBA. So this was the question for which I practiced most of the time. Anytime there was a okay, next day there is this B school interviews there. So okay, why MBA? At the time of our convocation at IIM Ahmedabad, I asked almost 30-40 guys there. So do you remember that question? Why do you want to do MBA? And trust me, almost 70 to 80% were not still very clear with the answer. Now, if you really want to go for MBA, let me have that why someone would like to go for MBA. And there may be 3-4 kind of people. One is a guy who thinks that, okay, I did my engineering, I am in the basically third year. By the third year, most of the engineers would agree that they come to a conclusion, okay, whether I am fit for this engineering job or not, whether I like to work with machines or with people. You would find in your batch there must be few guys who won't study but who are very popular with guys among us. And if you want to get anything done, to organize anything or something like that, they are the person to whom you would refer. You would go with your problem. Okay, मुझे ये organize करना है. So how we should do it. These guys are very active in all these socio-cultural kind of events. So they have kind of might have made up their mind that okay, fine, I am not good with machine, but very good with people, and MBA is all about that. Okay, there are other courses like finance, operations, strategy, marketing, but at the end of the day, it's your people's skill that will take you high in any organization. So if you really want to go for MBA, and if you want to do your MBA from India, you shouldn't wait. The more you wait, the more difficult it will be for you in the college. Okay, it may be a bit easier for you to crack that B school interview, having some work ex of 3 years or 4 years like that on your CV. But again, that why MBA part, all of us, when you get inside, get in the campus, 300 or 400 your batchmates, all of them are there with one motto. Okay, learning part is there, but the motto is very clear that they have to exploit the placement opportunities that is available by the brand name of that college, whether it's IIMS, FMS, Excel, anywhere. Have no doubt about that. Learning part comes eventually. And in Indian kind of scenario, I have also overseen three placement batches, one for my senior, for myself, and then again for juniors. Those guys who have got their what we call freshers, like just from BTech or graduation to MBA, they get to corner the best team, or maybe 1 year gap. those who are 2 years, okay, fine, they are in the middle. With 3 years experience and more, they find it very difficult at the end of the day to get placed, or to get placed with the kind of right kind of industry whether they really want to. Fine, they might be talented, they might have the cut out for that industry, but when it comes to work X on the CV, it's not perceived, it's not taken in the right spirit in India. Coming to the, if you want to do your MBA from abroad like US, there you must have you have to have a work X. Like the average work X at US NEB school is like 5 years or 6 years like that. At IIM Ahmedabad, in our batch, it was 22 months. So if you really want to go for MBA, if you think, okay, my graduation, I don't think I would be like a good engineer, or even if you are a good engineer, but you haven't fed up with the shop floor kind of stuff. Okay, I'm just coding. I don't want to code for another 5 years or 10 years. I have to get into the managerial activity. I want to get into the client engagement. Go for it. Don't wait. And it's like earlier at my time in Patna, where I prepared for my engineering, this IIT entrance test was called Panchvarshiya Yojana. There were just 2 years for 11 and 12. After 11 and 12, you will get into a good teacher like K.C. Sinha or this, and they will take another 2 years to complete the syllabus, and then eventually in the 5th year, you will crack IIT or go to any state engineering college. Don't do it for MBA. Don't apply the same strategy here. If you want to do it, do it. Make the target, okay, 2014, I'll get into any good base school. And trust me, IIMs are not only at the end of world. Even good guys who are at FMS, Excel, NITI, they get very good placement. Okay, fine, you will be saying that those big companies, banks, they don't come to these colleges, but these are not basically, they are immaterial once you get inside the college. If you are really good at study, if you do all these extracurricular things and you really cut out for that MBA thing, you will get good placement and you will get the right kind of industry, but don't wait. Because in India, if you wait more, it will be very difficult for you once you are inside the campus.
I just realized that everybody sitting on my right holds an MBA degree. So I will let Commander Tayal and Mr. Shivesh to add to that.
Thank you. आपके कहने के बाद ज़्यादा कुछ बचा नहीं, लेकिन एक चीज़ मैं और कहना चाहूँगा कि डेफिनेटली MBA करने के बाद आप एक तो टेक्निकल प्रोफेशन के बाद हम हर चीज़ टेक्निकल पॉइंट से टेक्नोलॉजी और इक्विपमेंट के प्रति ज़्यादा ही प्यार हो जाता है, लेकिन पूरा नज़रिया बढ़ाने के लिए कस्टमर्स, होल बिजनेस सेंस वगैरह, उसके लिए MBA थोड़ा और आपका ज्ञान में बढ़ोतरी करता है. तो दैट इज द ओनली पॉइंट. ओवर एंड अबाउट दैट, जैसे शिवेश ने कहा था कि पैसा इम्पोर्टेंट है, बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, बट आप अपना इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करिए. आपको क्या चाहिए ज़िंदगी में, आप 5 साल 10 साल बाद क्या देखना चाहते हैं अपने आप को. It should not look like I am selling you iSeed का concept, but in case अगर आपको खुद अपना you want to be a boss of your own, then MBA is not the only thing.
मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है आपके लिए. आपका टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड है, इनके लिए इंजीनियरिंग MBA अच्छा रहता है. जिनका फाइनेंस बैकग्राउंड है, जिनका टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड है, या आइडियली सूटेड कौन से होते हैं ग्रोथ के लिए, करियर ग्रोथ की बात करें?
See, I don't think MBA is a real issue, and I will come and speak with my biases because I did MBA very late in life, and I enjoyed every moment, every second of MBA which I did in England. I enjoyed it, and I studied 4 years at IIT. I never enjoyed even a single bit of the day in the classroom.
So when you say very late, after how many years?
Yeah, I worked for 14 years before I did my MBA. Okay, and that's typically Europe, right? US typically people wait for about 5-6 years when they do their MBA. Okay, and every time when you do your MBA, See, the real thing about MBA which happens outside India is they are not placement agencies. Right? It's not placement agency, it is about discovering yourself. And if you want that kind of experience, and they will force you to discover yourself, even you have to find your own job after doing your MBA. So it is not that companies will come and a mela will happen between day 0, day 1, day 2, day 3, right? So, वो सब नहीं, शादी नहीं है, right? So none of those things happen. It is about discovering yourself and saying that, okay, this is the calling of my heart and I am pursuing this calling. And that ties down to what you said, right? Whether it's engineering MBA helps or a liberal arts background, the word liberal arts is not used in India, by the way. Okay, the word used here is humanities, and you don't get taught humanities. So what happens is irrespective of your background, each one will get his own calling of heart. And I disagree with what you said, right? Okay, the reality is that things are changing in India. And I don't want you to get stereotyped by, that day 1 and day 2 and just after graduation you must do the MBA. Today I was sitting with a very successful person. You might know his name. His name is Deep Kalra. And he's the founder of a company called Make My Trip. Right? He's a IIM Ahmedabad grad, 1992. And this guy said, we were refraining about the bad education system that we have. And this guy said that it is pathetic and I regret that I did MBA then. Okay, a guy who's been very successful, and this kind of statement was coming from him. And he was comparing it to the system which is there in the US where you actually work for about, because you don't learn anything. क्या होता है कि आप CAT score, any guy who is 90%, 99.5% in percentile, they are just spending 2 years to get placed. Right? You are not gaining anything. Life is about self-discovery and doing those things. While the MBA, when you do after your work X, then you realize the challenges that you face, the struggles, the dilemmas that I'm discussing with you, and those things, and how do you start getting over those dilemmas. And I think life is full of opportunities. I still believe life is full of opportunities. If you miss the first year after your graduation of MBA, laugh, be happy, pursue whatever you want to do. And when you get that calling of your life कि यार मुझे 5 साल के बाद अब मुझे MBA करना है, इंडिया के बाहर चले जाइए, उतने ही पैसे खर्च होंगे, क्योंकि ये बंदा इंजीनियरिंग करने के लिए 10 लाख रुपए खर्च कर रहा है, right? You're spending 10 lakhs, right? And more, which you don't count for doing your BTech. Okay, so guys, life is full of opportunity. There's a price that you pay. And you don't get anything until you pay the price. आपको पैसा चुकाना पड़ेगा अगर आपको अच्छी चीज हासिल करनी है. Be prepared to pay. And the higher price you pay, the better things will happen. You go to Harvard, no one will stop you. You go to INSEAD, no one will stop you. You go to INSEAD after 5 years of your 7 years of your work. Get international. ठीक, पैसा चुकाइए, 30 लाख चुकाएंगे और आपको 30 लाख का रिटर्न मिलेगा उसको. 3 लाख देंगे तो 3 लाख का रिटर्न मिलेगा. अंतर है. But believe me, life is full of opportunities. Any day, life presents opportunity. Well, I have a very different thing. I don't know. Shreyas has a question. It is about what keeps you driving when you wake up in the morning. सुबह उठने के बाद आपके पैर में चक्का वो कौन चीज़ है जो लगाता है, उस चीज़ को आप सोचिए. अगर वो चक्का नहीं लगता है, तो सोचिए कि आप गए. और अगर आपके पाँव में चक्का लग जाता है, तो उस रास्ता को पकड़ लीजिए और एकदम भागते चले जाइए फिर उसमें.
So it's approximately at the midpoint of our allocated time. So as planned beforehand, we would like to take advantage of the diversity of some of the people sitting on that side. So as we planned, that Advocate Sanjay Sandilya, please you take the seat of the law, and one of the IIM management seat, please Sujit Kumar, please replace Sumit Kumar. And it's my pleasure to introduce Sujit Kumar, who is a manager at Canara Bank, and advocate Sanjay Sandilya, who holds a LLB degree from Delhi University, and he's empaneled to practice in Supreme Court, High Court and other courts, and he's also empaneled by Union of India to represent Union of India in legal cases. So we are very honored to have Advocate Sanjay Sandilya. Welcome, both of you. So my next question is for Advocate Sandilya. As Nayan mentioned that he can better answer. So what makes somebody a successful lawyer, and people who are not yet lawyers, planning to become lawyers, so how it should affect their decision making, that are they the lawyer material?
See, success, and it is a very relative term. It's good or bad. It is something which we relate. Einstein's comes before me. Hence, if I say that whether I am a successful lawyer or not, if I compare with Ram Jethmalani or Harish Salve, I would say I am not. So I won't say that whether you are successful or not, you should think about that. But certainly for anyone to do well, he must be honest to his profession or his duties. Whatever you do, you must be doing with honesty, with all your sincere effort, and nothing else. Now, being lawyer, certainly whenever we are in a platform, on a platform, train बहुत सारी जाती रहती हैं, and we wait for our train. We think that कि दूसरे प्लेटफॉर्म पे रहता तो शायद मेरी ट्रेन आ गई होती, हम अपने डेस्टिनेशन की तरफ बढ़ गए होते, हमारी वाली नहीं आ रही है. It's something like जिसमें हम हैं उसका प्रॉब्लम पता रहता है हमें. मैं MBA किया हूँ तो मुझे वो पता है कि वहाँ MBA करने के बाद में क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं. कोई गवर्नमेंट जॉब में है, पता होता है कि भैया ऊपर वाले बॉस को हमेशा हाँ में हाँ मिलाओ, मिनिस्टर साहब आए उनकी हाँ में हाँ मिलाओ. So everywhere the problem is there, everywhere. Nowhere you will find without problem. But issue is how well you can handle it. Lawyer कोई भी सोचते क्या आराम से कोई दो बात बोलते हैं और पैसे मिल जाते हैं. बड़ा अच्छा प्रोफेशन है. It's something like the grass on the other side is always greener. But let me tell you, my father was also a lawyer, and he had a very good friend of me, and he was also he was certainly junior to my father. They were all together throughout their lifetime. And I asked one day my father's friend, when he was discussing about the career of his son, I said, Uncle, इसको lawyer क्यों नहीं बना देते हैं? He replied, which I don't forget, कि बेटा lawyer बनना ना नंगी तलवार पे बैठना है, उसकी नोक पे. It pinches. And nowadays, with big companies coming in, they never prefer that an individual should handle the case. They always prefer firms. To establish yourself as an individual, it is becoming difficult and very difficult. But certainly, if I speak about myself, I thought I'll be like my father, an individual lawyer. But nowadays, what is happening? Those students who are completing their LLB from good institutes nowadays, so many institutes are there. They are coming because now money is another problem. Everybody wants कि day one join किया मैं, मेरे को गाड़ी चाहिए, मेरे को मोबाइल चाहिए, मेरे को ऐसा चाहिए कि हाँ अच्छे रेस्टोरेंट में बैठ के दोस्त के साथ खा सके, घूम सके, सब कुछ चाहिए. मीन्स द बेसिक, दैट इज द बेसिक थिंग. when we started practice, the basic thing was दो शाम का जो है ना रोटी निकल जाना चाहिए. Certainly it is not bad. Now certainly the perception has changed. It doesn't mean कि it is bad. But if you want that kind of life, certainly you will have to join some firm. Because day one you can't possibly think कि the people will come down to you कि boss ये मेरा काम है ये कर दो. Because even if your case is there, you will never go to the person who is a newcomer. मेरे पेट में अगर कुछ गड़बड़ी हो जाए तो मैं नए डॉक्टर के पास ऑपरेशन के लिए नहीं जाऊँगा. Never. If I am capable. Capable means if I can pay. तो certainly थोड़ा difficult जरूर है. I think every profession, every work, business, whatever you do, certainly there are difficulties which we might not be knowing, because as I said, उस प्लेटफॉर्म पे हम खड़े नहीं हैं. जिस प्लेटफॉर्म पे खड़े रहते हैं उसी का प्रॉब्लम मालूम होता है. तो प्रोफेशन में, एडवोकेसी में प्रॉब्लम्स बहुत सारे हैं, और खास करके उन लोगों के लिए जैसे लाइक आई थिंक हियर मोस्ट ऑफ अस आर फ्रॉम सैनिक स्कूल. Right?
Everyone except Commander Tal.
Yes. So now, nobody is a resident of Delhi. That is for sure. You are an outsider. You have studied outside. अगर ये होता कि आप दिल्ली में पढ़े लिखे होते तो आपके फ्रेंड्स होते जो कि जानते हो some that guy has become a lawyer. तो कोई भी काम होगा तो उसके पास चले जाएंगे. Here nobody knows you. No one. So don't expect that any person is going to come to you कि हाँ भाई ये मेरा एक एफिडेविट भी बना दो. No one. So it is damn difficult. Unlike your any means if you do your MBA, at least कोई जॉब मिलेगा वहाँ पे आपको पता है कि महीने के आखिरी में ये 3,000 रुपया मेरे को मिल जाएगा. Here you don't know. And that is why I say कि my father's friend जो बोले कि नंगी तलवार की नोक पे बैठने के बराबर है, he was right. लेकिन if you join some firm, certainly the things are different. You start getting a salary. Even if you don't know anyone, still you are given some job by the firm people to do. And unless and until you do works, you are not going to means excel in your field. Either you do any field of law, as my colleague was saying. ये तो ऐसी बात है ना कि जैसे ट्रेन की पटरी है ना, उस पे जितनी बार ट्रेन निकल जाए ना, वो उतना ही चमक हो जाता है. तो जितने सारे केसेस आप करोगे, that experience will certainly tell on your face, or it will your performance will say as to how many cases you have done.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So the real thing is whether you join a firm or you are an individual.
Yes.
And how do you see difference between these two choices? One is the remuneration and benefits part, but in terms of richness of experience.
See, the richness of experience, as I said, the more and more cases you do, the experience will be more. That is a very simple principle. And as I said, if you start individually on your own, certainly very few people are going to come down to you.
I will answer second part of it. Since I come out of a firm, our parent firm is among largest law firms in the country. So, if you are junior and you choose to join a law firm, bigger law firm, it makes good sense. At least you work for a larger team who has dealt with a lot of clients and they know how to go about it. You can train under them, and obviously there has to be a rigor, otherwise you won't survive in that firm. There are people who leave the firm in 1 month, 2 months. They know that this is not what they thought of before coming to this thing. So you have to spend nights, which even individuals do it. But it could be over 7, 8 years or 10 years or after some times. If you want to branch out individually, it is still possible to do it, because it's a simulation. You have handled so many cases, and you have built your rapport with your clients, your network. Those things you have to go about it. Shreyas is a good example. He knows many people. So in any business which you pursue, you have to network and go and reach out to people. So that's one part of it. Second part, of course, you have to know the process, how to go about the work. So there is no substitute to it.
I think I just like to add something.
Can I just put one word? I think what you said,
yes,
the last part, I think that is most important. Anything that we do in life. And I really want big hand for two guys who are sitting here. These two youngsters, Sukhen and I forgot your name. Sumit. Right? They're still studying and they still wanted to be part of this platform where everyone is very much, experienced in those kind of things. So guys, you must congratulate and you must support them.
My next question is for Yeah, Prashant Vimal from MBA from FMS. Yeah.
So I think what sir was asking was like slightly different from what we understood. He was focusing more on the individual contribution part. Like when you work in a firm or when you work for a brand, so to say, it can fetch you more work, it can fetch you organized salary, it can fetch you a repetitive work also after say a period of time, say 1 or 2 years. But sir was focusing more on like when you branch out individually, say as an independent lawyer, and if you are lucky enough not to worry about the basic needs, then everything about a case, right from listening or making the questionnaires to going and really arguing for that case and studying and really getting to know all the acts and all. I'm not from law, but still this is how I can. So everything will be done by you. So in fact, you will be working for one case what a firm does. And I think if you are like passionate enough, you will be doing good work and building a clientele, so to say. So like I think this was what sir was asking. So you will have greater satisfaction and greater return in the long run. If you are really a good lawyer, so to say, like if you don't have that lawyer thing in you, definitely you will lose out.
See, if you have completed, I must tell you again, means good or bad, I don't say good or bad. This term, whenever it comes in my mind,
you're right.
Sometimes it is
No professional can
thing.
answer it. Yes.
Let me tell you one thing. As you said, if your background is good, then certainly you can go for individual work. Background, it doesn't mean only the money, right? Because see, money, it may be that the law profession is such, it takes you around 5 to 10 years to establish yourself, to prove yourself, yes, you're worthwhile. And means having spent more than 17 years in the profession, I can say this much, that certainly it takes a hell out of you, one thing. But what you are saying is correct, that when you do everything on your own, then one case will give you experience more than 10 cases you have done for the firm.
Definitely.
Number one. Number two, when you do your own work and when you do for the firm, in both the things, you will have different frame of mind. For the reason, that is a human nature. Because this is your own case, you don't want to lose it.
You have in your heart.
Let me tell you one thing. I have been doing cases for the state of Bihar also. And let me tell you, means not that I'm telling you as if I have done very good or bad. Don't take that way.
Sanjay sir, before, in the context, because I went through a resume, is Mr. Nitish Kumar your client in personal capacity or official capacity?
In personal.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, good or bad.
Means otherwise, in Central Administrative Tribunal, where the government employees or the central government employees who works, their cases are listed, any service matters are listed before the Central Administrative Tribunal. Now here is the principal bench in New Delhi. It has got benches almost in each and every zone. I won't say places, but certainly in Patna also it is there. I've got, initially I got 5 to 6 cases from Bihar. It was in respect of promotion of some state public service commission, people who were to be promoted as IAS. And I did those cases. I won it. And it was like state of Bihar was acting like it means you are God to me. Although it was nothing like it. But when I came to know why they are reacting like this, the guys who were looking after the cases for the state of Bihar, they thought कि इसमें हारो चाहे जीतो कोई आके थोड़ी बोलेगा मुझे, ठीक है? And you get your money. See, for an individual, if he comes to me, अगर मैं हार गया, चाहे कुछ गड़बड़ी हो गई, he will always come and say कि संजय तुमने क्या कर दिया ये? तुम्हें ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करना था. और उसमें क्या होता है, जो इसी तरह से फॉर्म में भी जब आप काम करते हो, why I was giving this background, जब आप फर्म में काम करते हो, you say कि भाई फर्म क्या है, समझेगा? There the partners are there, वो पकड़ के लाते हैं क्लाइंट को, develop their PR, आठ ले करके आते हैं, काम करते हैं. And let me tell you one more thing, it is not that because I am doing my individual practice, that is why I am saying so. But in any firm, I think you are in the firm, in any firm, the most important job, that is argument, will be done by mostly the senior advocates who are not in the firm.
I am not a lawyer, I am a chartered
accountant. He said that he was in a firm, so I thought
our parent is a
but point is कि जब भी कभी होता है तो भाई ये केस बड़ा important है कंपनी के लिए. क्या company is ready to pay any amount? They want their job to be done. Done means they want to win the case. And let me tell you, no one in the earth can tell you कि हाँ भाई आप जीतोगे हार जाओगे. Because the judges, they are also human beings. You will find कि एक तरह का ही facts लग रहा है, लेकिन इसमें judgment अलग है, दूसरे में judgment अलग है. When we were studying criminology, I'm sorry, I'm a bit long.
Please, all right. You came here late, so you never get to compensate.
So when we were studying criminology, our professor, he gave very good example, which I don't forget. एक लकड़हारा था और अपनी वाइफ के साथ जंगल में रहता था. He used to go to the forest, लकड़ी काटा, बेचा, जो पैसे मिले वापस आया. But his wife, she was a different personality. कभी किसी के साथ कुछ चक्कर हो गया, कभी किसी के साथ कुछ चक्कर हो गया. It was like that. People are there. You find various kind of people in our society. एक दिन जंगल में बारिश हो गई और बंदे को लकड़ी काटने से कुछ होता नहीं, वापस घर आ गया. And he found his wife in compromising position. बहुत गुस्सा आया. कुल्हाड़ी थी हाथ में, दोनों का सर काट दिया. मर्डर केस हो गया. ट्रायल कोर्ट के पास जाता है. Now the trial judge, he is a very colorful man. He thinks, boss, इसमें इन लोगों की क्या गलती थी? यही अपनी वाइफ को ढंग से रख नहीं पाता होगा. यो कभी इसके साथ हो रही, कभी उसके साथ हो रही. So he convicted him, hanged till death. Now whenever this capital punishment is there, it goes under the Indian law, it goes for confirmation to the High Court straight away without any appeal being filed or something. High Court पे जो जज साहब थे, his wife was of the same nature as that of but his position was such in the society, he could not say anything. Wife को बोल नहीं सकते, बाहर दोस्त को बोल नहीं सकते, क्या करें? So भीतर मन में घुटता रहता था बेचारा. When he found this case, he said, boss, he is the real hero. What I can't do it, He has done it. I wish I could have done that. Benefit of doubt, number one. Number two, sudden provocation, उसमें करके उसको reduce कर दिया sentence. So my only thing is कि कोई भी चीज को आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि ये हो ही जाएगा. Unless until some other consideration are there, which I won't specify. ठीक है ना? तो कोई भी चीज किसी को भी कह नहीं सकते ये जीत ही जाओगे आप. लेकिन कोई कंपनी जब आपके फर्म के पास में आती है तो चाहती है कि दी बेस्ट लॉयर बिकॉज आई एम इन ए पोजीशन टू पे. बीइंग कंपनी वो जितना भी है खर्चे के खाते में चला जाएगा जी, कोई मेरे पल्ले से थोड़ी जा रहा है. वहां भी वो बात है. यही अगर आप इंडिविजुअल किसी वकील के पास जाते हो सबसे पहले अपने पॉकेट देखोगे कि कितना मैं दे सकता हूँ. संजय के पास जाऊंगा 10 रुपये लेगा, किसी और के पास जाऊंगा 100 रुपये लेगा, किसी और के पास जाऊंगा तो उससे 5 रुपये लेगा. क्यों नहीं 5 वाले के पास जाते हैं? या हम देने की कैपेसिटी है तो 100 वाले के पास भी जा सकते हैं. सबसे पहले आप अपनी कैपेसिटी को देखते हो. लेकिन एक फर्म, एक कंपनी ये नहीं देखता. वो जानता है कि भाई इनकम टैक्स में मेरा सारा रिबेट हो जाएगा, ये सारा चीज हमारा ये खर्च में आना ही है, खर्च में चला जाएगा. यू गेट मी द बेस्ट लॉयर टेल द फर्म. फर्म वाले क्या करते हैं, आप ये देख के आए कि संजय शांडिलिया एक फर्म चला रहे हैं. संजय शांडिलिया के पास आए हैं काम करने के लिए, काम करवाने के लिए अपना. बट संजय शांडिलिया इज डूइंग नथिंग. लेट मी टेल यू, he has got battery of lawyers, junior lawyers, जो कंपनी शायद अप्रोच भी नहीं करती उसको. अगर इंडिविजुअली जाना होता है उसके पास जाती भी नहीं. उनको काम दे दिया जाता है भैया ये करो. They do it and finally it is argued by Salve. He has to handle everything. But certainly when the firm wins the case or the company wins the case, तो होता है कि भाई फलाने फर्म के पास गए थे, मालूम है उसने जिता दिया. But it is basically the individual lawyer who has done the job. So it is always better if you go individually. But as I told you, we are all from outside Delhi. अगर आप अपने टाउन में रहते हो तो क्या होता है, अगर आप लॉयर बन जाओगे, वहाँ पे प्रैक्टिस करने लगोगे, आपके वहाँ पे 100 दोस्त होंगे, 50 रिश्तेदार होंगे,